always been very scared before a fight.
Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, ladies and gentlemen, presenting George Rush St. Pierre!
I'm always afraid. Afraid of failure. Afraid to be humiliated. And that same fear is my friend because he helped me perform better. Growing up, I had problems at school. I was getting picked on and bullied by a lot of the kids that were older, bigger, and stronger than me. They had a special program with kids that were in my school. They were like restarting every year because they couldn't pass the exam. So they were like 3 to 5 years older than every kid. So 3 to 5 years when you're young is a big difference. I was a nerd too, a little bit. And it's not cool to be a nerd. So I don't know why. It's where I come from. It was more, your hockey players. At school, instead of thinking and being focused on what the teacher was explaining, I was trying to figure out a way that I would get out of the class with my school book and reach the bus before I got beat up by the kids that were bullying me. The cool people in the bus, they always sit in the back. I sit in front all the time, near the chauffeur, the driver, because I don't want to get beat up. So if something happened, he come to defend me. They still a clothes I had, like Adidas pants. You know Adidas pants? I wore it one day. They used to come behind me and rip it. I used to be in underwear in front of everybody, and everybody laughed. So I got very humiliated in front of everybody. Even some of the girls that I used to like, they were in the bus, they were laughing at me. So I couldn't really make friends, and it was very unpleasant environment for me. Yeah, my parents knew I was getting bullied, but I never talk. I talked one time. I told my dad one time, only one time. My dad was drinking, and it was a big problem back in the day. I don't know if it's genetic or not, there's a lot of alcoholic problem in my family. And yeah, it was bad. One time at school, I come back with some bruise. And when I come home, I had a talk with my dad. My dad, he grabbed me, he said, "What the hell happened to you? What's going on in school?" I didn't want to tell, but he shake me and he say, "You have to tell me." So I cry and I tell him the truth. I say, it's like today in the school bus, there's a kid that he beat me. But I cannot do anything, because he's stronger than me and he's bigger than me. So even though I try to defend, he always get the upper hand. So it was a tough time for me. So my dad took me to a karate school, a local karate school. At home I had problem. When I went to school I had problem. There's nowhere I was good, The only place I was good is when I compete in karate. Martial art taught me. to stand up straight. When I see someone and I shake hand, I look him in the eyes and a firm grip. When I speak to someone with confidence. And people give me a pat on the back. Hey, it's a good job, you did well. It's like, it's rewarding, it feels good to have some kind of positive comment. I wanted to overcome bully by using karate. I lived that dream of overcoming that adversity. I started slowly gain confidence in myself. I was reaching my full potential. So I start to love it and love it even more. I used to be a kid that didn't have any confidence in myself. I used to look down, shrug my shoulder, and so for a bully, it's like a lion. He will always hunt the prey that is the easiest to kill, the prey that is hurt, that look weak, and I was that person. That perception of confidence, how you carry yourself, that's what make everything change. Instead of complaining, try to tell yourself, hey, look at yourself in the mirror and change yourself. So one of the memory I have is one day it's freezing cold, it's Montreal, the winter. So we used to get out by this door, come around the corner here, and go to the bus when the school finished. There were 3 guys here that didn't like me. So when I come with my friend, we come in here, and we don't want to look at them, so we go like this, and pretend we don't see them. I hear, so I come here with my friend. I say, I think they spit on us, didn't they? He says, no, they didn't. And I knew he was lying because he knew I had an attitude. So I look behind him, I see a big spot. I said, do they spit on me? They spit on you. He said, no, they don't. So I look, it's a big spot on mine too. So then I tell him, I say, let's go back. We use our bag. I swing the tallest one, you swing the smaller one, and the third one, we're gonna fight him together. And he go, no, you crazy. I go in the bus. So I said, okay. So I go alone. I came here, then I wrap my backpack around my arm. Bam! But I missed the guy because he kind of anticipated. So I start fighting one, and when one come from the back, bing bang, I got overwhelmed. I was going to stand up, but he was coming at me hard, so I weathered the storm. They kind of beat me up, and I end up kind of underneath here like this to protect me against the kick. So like this. So when I stood up after that barrage of punches, I gained respect because I did fight back. That's my moment that I will always remember. They were like, what's your problem, man? But then I got like, I think 1 day off school because I fought with them. But they never messed with me again after. So that's what martial art taught me, to stand up. When I speak to someone with confidence. And by acting like someone who's confident, you become confident. This is something I've learned growing up, and it's something that I carry with me through all my career. When I start walking to the octagon, even though I'm scared, I'm pretending that I'm confident and that it's impossible for me to fail.
Big right hand by St. Pierre. George! St. Pierre, relentless in his attack.
George St. Pierre, they use a mixed bag of mixed martial arts. Takedowns, clinch, jiu-jitsu, knees.
More knees by GSP. George St. Pierre is the undisputed UFC welterweight champion. It is all over! Wow. George St. Pierre! And they go the distance! What a fight! Defending the title for the 9th time.
The greatest champion in UFC welterweight history, ladies and gentlemen, George St. Pierre!
He's the pound-for-pound #1 fighter in the world.
George is the better fighter. There's nothing else I can say besides that.
He was the better man tonight. He's the best in the world.
George St. Pierre represents the very best aspects of martial arts.
George St. Pierre is back!
Undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, George Rush St. Pierre!
A few years ago, I'm driving my car on Saint Laurent Street. I'm an adult, I'm 35 years old. And someone come to beg me for money. This is true. The same guy that used to beat me up in the bus. I say it to him, I say, "What you doing?" And he see me, he's kind of scared because now he know who I am, and you remember this time. George, sorry man, I'm young, I know we're young, you know, it's a long time, but if you could help me, I'm so sorry. You were that the man, and now look where you are now. I couldn't believe it. I give him the money left I had on me. I had like maybe $50 on myself. People ask me, like, did you have your revenge against this guy? Did you beat up that guy? I had my revenge, but not the way that I wanted to. I had my revenge in a different way. I didn't want nothing bad to happen to him, you know. I don't hold back any anger, you know. I try to not. How do you overcome bully? You don't really overcome bully. You will overcome them by changing, not them, by changing yourself. Change yourself first, make the change on your own before you try to change the world, and the world will change by itself after.
He is now, without argument, the greatest welterweight champion in UFC history.
Ça va?
Hello. Bienvenue chez toi.
Excuse-moi, c'était long ça. Ce que je pensais.
Ça va?
C'est que je pensais.
Hey! Crazy guy! Hey, my mother retired.
It's pretending now I'm the stronger guy in the family, so I do whatever I want now. I'm the man in the family.
He was a good karate guy, but I never imagined where he is there, you know what I mean?
This punching bag is older than me, this one. It's like more than 37 years. So I used to hit this punching bag when I was young, you know.